Your NeoPixel lightsaber is finally done. It's got a Saber Essentials Stealth 28mm, I believe 4-watt speaker, so the thing's really loud. We also have Adafruit NeoPixels strips, which in my opinion are about the best you can get. Originally, we had you had one switch here that got replaced with a 12 millimeter accent LED ring switch. You also got an auxiliary switch back here now. There used to be a red knurled Greebly over here, but because of all the placement and all the cramming that we had to do for all the electronics, we had to put the auxiliary here. What other mods did I do? Oh, I correct the correct position of the pommel here. Instead of it being backwards, now we have it facing forward. Fixed up your drill holes in here so they sink better and the alignment is more accurate than it was before. Also, I had to cut this actual removable pommel piece down to about 1/4 inch so we could fit everything in there, but we'll get to that later. For now, let's just activate it.
Cyber Assassin.
Okay, as per request, Cyber Assassin is installed in there. Red ring blinking lets you know that you got power going to it. And I also got another little surprise for you. One of the reasons I felt pretty bad that you had to wait so long on this, I took your blade plug, which is a really cool one actually, and I made it a NeoPixel blade plug. Oh, wrong. So now when the thing does not have a blade in it, at least you got a blade plug that will go with it. With some cool effects on it. Your crystal chamber is still intact inside there. And again, you got your auxiliary. Lock up. Power on, power off. If you want to do your force effect, press that button and then give it a good swing. Color change. Hit this and the auxiliary and the activation at the same time. Okay, this is your power port. Obviously, I made it to where you can plug in your 3.7 volt Lion charger into that port, and it will charge the removable battery that's in here. The whole idea behind this hilt upgrade was the fact that you do cosplay with it, and you wanted to make it accessible to actually be able to swap out the battery. To do so, you're going to have an Allen key with you. Unscrew these guys. I would have loved to have done something else with less of these, but because of the grip and because of how much is crammed into this thing, I had to stick with the way you had the screws set up before, because I'll show you. Since there was all this metal work done to it last time, I couldn't really fool around with these too much, and I drilled and tapped this one right here, and as you're going to see in a second, this is one of the reasons why I couldn't go too crazy with making something a little bit more easy to field strip, unfortunately. But at least you'll be able to access it without any problems other than an Allen key. Well, 2 Allen keys. This was probably about a 1/2 inch longer before, and I had to cut it down because that is as deep as we're going to be able to get with your speaker. You'll be able to easily remove your battery. I cut out notches in the chassis here, so you just give it a little pull. SD access, no problem there. And the way the wires are set up, I got them harnessed, zip ties, taped, all kinds of fun things, so we could make sure that that bond there is very secure. But if you do pull this thing all the way out, I would suggest giving it a little twist, letting those wires kind of swirl up a little bit in there, wind up. And then as you're going to see right here, see how that lines up? This is one of the reasons why I can't have an accessible field strip screw or retention screw on the outside of the hilt, because we have to make sure that these are lined up, because we don't want a screw going into the speaker by accident, obviously. So if you pull this screw out, this guy too, you'll have access to your crystal chamber. But this screw right here is being held in by a threaded switch holder. Now it clicks away better with the other screws in it, but this one's, you unscrew it just like the other screws. So if you're using it and you're holding it a lot during the day, it might start unscrewing one way or the other, tightening. So just play around with it until it feels a little loose, and you could easily click it and it'll be right where it's supposed to be. So once again, to get to your crystal chamber, unscrew all those.
Cyber assassin.
Good thing about this too, honestly though, because everything's so packed in there, the sound comes out of here really good, and here as well. This is almost like a speaker port, the way the sound travels through it. It actually makes it sound a lot better than it normally would. Alright, let's see what it does with the blade. Let's fire it up.
Cyber assassin.
So we got a little bit of a flicker effect on this one. Scroll up, scroll down. We got the blaster effects. Look up. Man, I never get tired of the way that looks. Okay. Let's try the next font.
Next door.
Obviously, next door. And again, we got different colors for you. This is more of a orangish, reddish color. Okay, what else we got? Oh yeah, this is really cool. You're gonna like this. The unhinged font. Nice little Kylo font for your unstable NeoPixel Prism 5.5 effect.
I'll show you the dark side.
It's just incredible. So we've got that. I got your pitch black sound font you requested on here. And for that one I went with more of the flame lava looking effect. It's really cool. That's probably my favorite. I absolutely love that effect. It's got red and yellow, and then because of the mix, it kind of does this red, yellow, orange tricolor deal. It's really cool looking. But not only is it cool, look cool with red and orange, I also decided to go with the tried and true font for the next one. And most people call this the ice flame.
Forgive me. I feel it again. The call to the light.
Yeah, I absolutely love the way that looks. Blue ice flame looking deal. That thing is so cool looking in person. And then, last but not least, we have Rain Sizzle.
Rain sizzle.
That's obvious. That's supposed to have the blade effect where it looks like you have a lightsaber blade in the rain. So it just gives all these little trickle effects. It's pretty cool. This has 16 color profiles. So it could pretty much hit every color of the rainbow. Where it starts though, the first color it starts in is just straight deep red with no color mixing at all. Again, hit the auxiliary and the activation button at the same time. Back to red. So, I know you waited a long time for this, and I apologize it did take as long as it did. I hope it was worth the wait for you, though. I hope you absolutely love it, and let me know if you have any issues or questions. Thank you.